Welcome to another episode of By the Numbers. I'm Michelle Fleming.
And I'm Renee Smith.
Well, Renee, today we're going to talk about an important concept that most kids have when they come into kindergarten, but they don't just get it naturally necessarily. Sometimes we've got to give them a lot of opportunities to practice this.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We're going to talk about one-to-one correspondence.
We are?
We are. I'm going to flip the board over because just
To let people know, keep them
keep
reminded.
keep us reminded of what this concept's called. Basically, one-to-one correspondence is just matching a number to every object you count.
Okay.
So it would be like, if we were to take these starbursts, we're not going to eat them,
Good.
but we are going to count them.
Okay.
Okay. So just count the starbursts.
So if I did that, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So the fact that you said one number word for each starburst is one-to-one correspondence.
Okay.
Kids who don't have this might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or they might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're not saying one number word for
each
one.
object.
Yeah. And we usually do this by letting kids count things.
Right.
Which is a very kinesthetic, which is an awesome thing to have kids do.
Uh-huh.
But another idea is to get them to do it through auditory.
Okay. Through
So-
listening.
Through listening.
Okay.
So we're going to play a few games.
So do we need these anymore?
We don't need the starbursts anymore.
Okay.
But you do need a piece of paper
Okay.
and a marker.
Oh, can I have blue?
You can have blue.
Yay.
Blue will work.
Thank you.
Okay. This is called All Aboard.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the train whistle.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
My favorite thing.
And every time I blow,
Okay.
I want you to make a tally mark.
Okay.
Or if your children don't know how to do tally marks, they can just make a dot.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start out very simple. Okay. Okay.
6.
And you had 6. And usually I say all aboard, and that means that's when you count how many you have.
Okay.
Okay.
So I knew there were 6, but a child might, if they had made dots or something, have to actually go back and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
Okay.
You actually have another skill we're going to talk about, which is subitizing, being able to see that that's 6.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do it a little differently this time.
Okay.
I'm going to use a different. It doesn't have to be a train whistle. It can
Thank
be
heavens.
anything.
It can be something I like better.
I know, because you don't like the train whistle. It could be, I found this in my granddaughter's toy box, the Little Tykes, little xylophone.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to be every time you hear me hit a sound.
Okay.
And don't start yet, because the sound's going to be this one.
Okay.
Okay? So here we go.
Okay.
That one didn't count.
Okay.
This time make dots.
Okay.
Okay? Here we go.
Trying to trick me. Ooh,
Okay, count your dots.
I have 7.
Okay. So changing the pattern, we're not going in that same consistent pattern, but going faster and slower is another way you can change that up for your child at
Make it a
home.
little more difficult.
It does make it a little bit more difficult. And if you don't have any of these, you can do things like
Oh, we're going to do it again?
do it again. This
Okay.
time, make a star for every time.
Oh
okay?
my gosh.
I know.
She's
Here we
killing
go.
me. That time I got 5.
5. So you can clap your hands, you can snap, you can stomp your
Stomp.
feet, whatever to make sound. Just anything where they're having to listen.
I can whistle.
You could whistle. I'd have a hard time with that one.
Okay, because you can't whistle very well.
I don't whistle very well. I'll stick to the train whistle. Okay, that'll be my whistle.
Okay.
So, just working with your kids on one-to-one correspondence, both kinesthetically and auditorily, is a great way to get them ready and have them ready to learn all other kinds of numbers and concepts down the road.
Cool.
So, thank you for joining us in another episode of By the Numbers.
You can find out more information about this and other episodes on My Kids Turn.